Hello.
Hello,
How are you,
how are
Alicia?
you?
I'm good. I'm motivated. Super excited for
Yeah,
our call.
me too. I'm excited for this call and I love the plan that you came up with.
Awesome. That's cool, right? Because look,
Yeah,
this is so important because if you really know what you want, then it's so easy to keep going all the time.
exactly.
Let's say what would be your ultimate dream life in the next 5 years?
Well, I have a lot of like different like business ventures I want to go on in the future. And so I look at Healy as like a vehicle for me to create more like a freedom lifestyle and income so then I can also like have the time freedom and the money for my other passions in life as well.
Hmm.
Um because I'm never gonna get there with just like a 9 to 5 job, right?
Hmm.
Um, so I also have other dreams and goals as well and big like business ideas. So yeah, I look at Healy as a vehicle to get there. And yeah, and also I my big dream with Healy is to build a like international um like thriving community of people like-minded individuals that are motivated that all have like similar visions, dreams and goals, want to travel the world together, um do like retreats together and like Healy retreats and travel together and make money and also make the world a better place at the same time.
Nice. That's so cool. Do you have regular events from Healy?
Not my own, not yet, just because I don't have a big enough team for that yet. But I do the online webinars and
Hmm.
well, Healy like corporate does events here and there, but I don't, as of right now, I haven't done my own events.
But are there corporate events where you can go with prospects?
Like not in my area, not that haven't been in my area, but like the bigger ones, like like the annual kind of or like once every few years where they do like the big meeting for like all of America, let's say, and their headquarters are in Orlando. So I traveled there a few times for Healy
Hmm.
event.
Nice. Do you know when the next event is?
I have to look into that. I think they announced something recently, but I have to check because I haven't been following up.
Okay, this is super important because when you plan your year based on the Healy events,
Yeah.
and this is what I did all the time. I was looking where are the biggest company events from my company on that continent where I live. And that was basically there were just two events. One in April that was like a little bit smaller with around like 3,000 people, and one in October with around 6 to 8,000 people. And I was planning my year around those events. Because look, the thing is, you can explain Healy, you can talk to people about Healy, but if you bring people to events, you don't need to do any work because the event is doing the work for you. And if you promote people to event, that's the best paid skill in this business. So if you go and promote it like crazy, and you have to be there, and I'll go there and let's look for flights together. I help you to book it. I can book everything for you. Just send me the money, right? So and if you focus on that, that you don't go alone to events and see the upcoming events as the most important events in your life, this is when your business go to the next level. And
Mhm.
this is what I did as well because I was always looking where are the events. And I had a one event that was with 30 people from my team. And that was completely crazy because everybody was so motivated to go there. Then they book the hotel. Then you have all the dinner, with your team, and that strengthens it's strengthens the community, and that helps you a lot to build.
Yeah, events are very powerful.
Yes, absolutely. Because this is the reason why you are so excited because you went a couple times to Orlando, you attended events,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
absolutely. I've noticed. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
And there's nobody who is very successful in network marketing without events.
Who what?
There is nobody in network marketing who is successful without attending events.
Yeah, absolutely. I've noticed that every time I have gone to an event and I bring at least one guest with me, they're like completely on board with the business, like no objections, just, I'm excited, I want to join. So
Exactly.
group of like because it's a group of people from that company that all believe in it, that all have their why, and also you have the corporate like experts and leaders. So of course that's going to be a great recipe for success.
Absolutely. How much money would you like to make with Healy in the next 6 months?
It's a really great question. I would like to make enough like to quit my current job. At least like 5,000 to 6,000 like a month would be like ideal for me to like
Mhm.
work with Healy full time.
Okay, in order to earn 5 to 6,000 with Healy, how many distributors do you need to sign up a month to go there?
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
The thing is, you don't need more than 3 to 5.
Really?
Yeah, because you sell more expensive items, so that means the commission is higher. And for example, what I did in my business, I did the same thing. I didn't recruit more than 5 people a month. But you know what I did? I did this for 2 years. But it took me, I would say, a little bit more than a year. Then I earned more, I would say around $4,000 to $5,000. Because sometimes people started smaller packages, sometimes they started with 200, but that was only when people were, I just want to try products. But usually 5 to 6 people, or like 4 to 5 people, are enough. Because look, it doesn't stop when you enroll them. You don't look all the time for new people. You focus on bringing 5 new people a month in the business, and at the same time, you make sure that the people what you brought in, that they also have success. And you make their goals to your own goals. Does it
So
make
it would
sense?
be 5 to 6 people a month.
Yes. And they should come with the intention to build the business.
Yeah.
Because customers doesn't really count in that case. Because with customers, you don't make money in a long period of time. You only make money once when you sell it, right?
Yeah.
So you focus on getting the people in. And this is what I mentioned in the beginning of the call. Look for people, look for women who wants to become independent. Look for women like you. Say, I want to make more money and I don't want to work for someone else. And if you explain them why frequencies are important and why everything is frequency in our body and everything around us, then people understand it. And they need to buy the business opportunity first, because then they start and they are willing to talk with people about the business.
I want to mention one thing, because you have brought that up a few times, where I should focus on or talk to like other women like me with similar goals. And I have been kind of leaving it like more like I haven't really niched down. Like I've just been kind of open to everyone, like doesn't matter gender or age, what their goal, like they don't have to have same like exact goals or visions as me. But do you think that it'd be better for me to niche down? Like, if I reached out to a girl exactly like me, I'm sure maybe the sale would even be faster because we're speaking at eye level versus, someone, I have to get to know someone first very well if they're different from me.
Exactly. This is the reason why you look for people with similarities. People who like the same things you like. And this is what what you confirmed as well, it's easier to start the business with them because you can speak on eye level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think it's like, I don't know if you've ever done something like this where you're maybe before you jump on a call with someone and invest your time in them, like a questionnaire to see if they qualify as a prospect for you, or just kind of, you know, give everyone the opportunity?
Mm-hmm. That's a great question. Did you realize the questions what I sent you?
I remember you just sent me some questions. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was anymore,
Yeah,
but you sent me some questions. Yeah.
because this is, for example, when I was building active network marketing, I never did it. I said all the time, hey, look, let's jump on a call and I can help you with that. If I would do it afterwards again, I think I would work with a form, because you know why? You can filter a little bit. And when you realize the questions what I asked basically is, for example, the questions what you can ask, that's cool that we record this now. For example, where do you live? How old are you? What do you work? Since when are you employed? What do you like about your job? What you don't like about your job? How would your life look like if time and money had no relevance? Or what would be your dream life? More easy. And the last question is basically, what would you be able to invest if you would be 100% certain that you achieve these goals?
Say, repeat that one again.
I can just I can read the same question how I have it in my form. How much money could you directly invest in achieving these goals if you are 100% certain that you achieve them?
Meeting these goals. Okay, that's a really good one.
Yeah, because look, the thing is, if someone says, I can invest zero, then you don't need to explain them 45 minutes why Hillary is the best, because they don't have the money.
Yeah. Yeah, and if someone is telling you from the beginning they don't have the money, do not waste their time.
No, because it's so hard. Then you explain it, but the thing is, you always like if you do like a one-to-one call, that shouldn't last longer than 30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
30 minutes is the maximum of time. And how you structure the call is that you are interested first. You say, hey, why do you want to start a business? What do you want to accomplish? And then you explain him the business a little bit. Say, this is what we do, this is the product, and this is what you can accomplish. And if you do this, that's the outcome. And then you say to him, the price is that. Are you ready to get started? Or is there anything what holds you back before getting started? And this is the questions you should ask after 25 minutes in the conversation. Because if they say, I don't have the money and I'm not willing to invest, then you can save another half an hour. But if you try to get them in the business and you explain everything in detail, then it's just a waste of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I just remembered you actually did have me fill out a form before we went on a call. Is that
Exactly.
something you would recommend I create and do for my prospect calls?
Yes,
How
absolutely. I would do that. I would just ask them like what's relevant for the problem what you solve. But for example, if someone says, I only want to have information about the product, then I would never explain everything by myself, because it's annoying, because if you have like 4 calls a day, you tell everything the same things 4 times in a row. Second, it's hard to monetize and it's difficult to measure. And there are so many Healy videos what you can send. For example, someone says, look, I want to have information about the product. Then you say, okay, great. What do you prefer? Do you prefer something to read, or do you prefer a video to watch? For example, if they say, I want to have a video, then you send them a video and you say, great, I'll send you a video, but let's schedule a call so that I can answer all your questions. When does it work for you? And then they say Wednesday. And then you say, great, here's the video. It takes 1 hour. You have all the information. Watch it until Wednesday. Write down the questions, what you want to ask me. And then we see each other on Wednesday in the call. And then in the call, you just ask them, what do you like best about the video? And it saves you a lot of time.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is cool. So I had a scenario come up yesterday that I wanted to ask you how to deal with these type of situations, especially for people who are new to this field. Like, I've been at it for a little bit longer, so I am like more okay with rejection now, but I feel like that's the number one thing that discourages people in the beginning is rejection. And I wasted a lot of my time with this person because I let them borrow my Healy for 3 weeks, and I did charge them something for it, but it was still like, you know, very little price for for the amount of time that I let them loan such a you know, high tick like product. So I was just genuinely, this is a friend of mine, I was genuinely just, you know, offering my help. He had an ACL injury on his knee, and after those 3 weeks he decided that, you know, it's not like helping him enough or something, or it's not going to be worth it for whatever reason he didn't want one. So and then he got upset that he feels like I'm just treating him like a customer. So how would you deal with you know, like when you are sharing your business, your service with friends or family, and you probably typically get this sort of rejection where it's like, you know, they're offended because they feel like you're just trying to sell them something, which is not true. As a good friend, I was just offering my help. And I would also think that good friends should support you back in what you're doing.
The thing is, that's a great question to ask. I think in this situation with the guy, what you explained before, I think that there was like a different intention from his side. Because I can just tell you how we think as a man. So for example, he says, okay, maybe he wants to date you somehow, and then but you gave him 2 less signs that you're interested in him. So this is the perspective. Look how I see it, and I'm sure there is a little bit of truth in it. And he thinks it's like, I need to talk to Alicia somehow, but she's not interested, and the only way how I can do it is through the Healy. And then he's like, okay, yeah, give me that. And then he tries it, and then he's like, because he is in contact with you, right? Because of the product, the similarity what you have is the Healy in that case. So he's like, and you said do you want to buy it, basically? And he says, no, I don't have the result. And now he's upset because you only talked to him about the product. But his intention was that he tried to get closer to you. And now he's upset because he's like, I just want to get closer to her, but she just wants to sell me the Healy, right? And this is so difficult because especially as a woman in network marketing, it's important to focus on the same gender in the beginning until you have that result, until you reach that level in business that the different gender respects you for the position what you already accomplished in your business, about the authority you became. Because then I'm like, okay, I see your track record in the business. You can definitely teach me how to build this business. Is there any way to get started with you? So, and then there is a different intention because people really want to learn the business from you. But in the beginning, it's like, it's so difficult. So that's the reason why I would focus only on building a team of strong women, especially in the beginning. because otherwise it takes you too much time.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. Uh because yeah, I've noticed that sometimes some people will just use the Healy to try to get closer to me.
Exactly. But they don't
And
buy.
yeah. And then it's kind of disrespectful to me and my time because and then they get offended and it's like, oh, you're just trying to treat me as a customer. And I hate that comment. That's the number one comment that I hate. Like I look at Healy and network marketing as a relationship building business. I invested, you know, my effort, my time, my energy in creating a relationship with you first. So
How often do you get that comment?
it's mainly from guys who, like, you know, for that reason probably, but a few times, maybe like a couple times I got that comment.
And it's not probably because of that reason, it's for sure because of that reason.
Because like the opposite gender, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 100%.
I think in those cases it was there was a time where I think there was like a lady that, you know, I was trying to sell a Healy to, and she, you know, made a comment like that as well. She was like, oh, I'm not just, you know, trying to have you sell me a Healy, like I want to, you know, build a relationship, you know, first.
The thing is, when it's so salesy, when people feel that you just want to sell them the Healy, then it's for you a reflection that you have to make more clear to them what is the outcome when they use the product. Because if I speak about the problem what they have and the solution what they can accomplish through the Healy, I don't get that objection that they say you just want to try to sell me something.
Yeah.
Like, and then I would say, I don't want to sell you anything. You told me about this, and I can help you with that. If you take it or not, I don't care. But then stop complaining about the problems what you have. If you don't want help anyways, what do you want? Sympathy? You know, this is what I would say. You know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is yeah, that's the thing.
What sort of rejections did you deal with? Like what were your top rejections that you had to deal with in the beginning when you were getting started, and how'd you deal with them?
I don't want to do network marketing, for example. That's a pyramid scheme, and like just the random things. And you know what's so crazy, when you just be interested enough to present the business as a solution for the problems. I think I explained this. I don't know. I have the feeling I explain this 100 times a day with like different people. So because the thing is, like, you don't get rejection. It's so interesting. They don't say, I don't have time, I don't want to do this. This is the only objection what you get when you don't focus on the work in the beginning, when you're not interested enough. As soon as you find out more about the other person, the less reasons they have why they don't want to join.
Yeah. Get to know the person better first, right?
Exactly. And you get to know them so long until you know for sure that if they would use the Healy, they could fix that problem.
Yeah, because you're getting to know them at their vulnerability points. Their needs need to be met, right? But there's a need that needs to be met.
Absolutely.
There's also another comment that I wanted to make about like the thing about people who, like, family or friends that don't support your business. They probably just also have like a different business mindset. Because this person that gave me this comment, like, oh, you're just treating me like a customer. I think he also just has a very different business mindset, because more like a boss employer kind of mindset, because I did some work for him as well. And I was like, I supported your business. Why can't you support mine as a friend? And he's like, oh, but those were under different circumstances. We had a contract. You were an employer or employee.
Okay. What was that? What is the like like your previous boss somehow, or?
No, this isn't my previous boss. I just did he has like a peanut butter company, and so I helped with some work for his business.
Ah,
It
okay.
was just side gigs here and there. But we had like a
Yeah, I mean,
contract employed for his company, but
why not? I mean, I would do the same thing. I would just say, hey, I gotta work for you, and I help you in your business. Now it's time to look at my business, right? I would just, but I wouldn't expect anything. This is, for example, if you have that attitude, your life is so calm because you're like you don't expect that someone starts or not. I never expect that. For example, I I have when I talk to people, I really don't care if they start or not. It's like I just don't care. It's like do it or not. It's completely equal for me. Of course, I would love to work with the people because I make money and I can build a better life for me. But I really don't care because I know it's just a numbers game. And if they don't start, I just need to talk to more people. So for me, for example, I don't expect that someone starts. And at the same time, I focus on presenting it so good and so energetically that I would sign up again if I wouldn't be already a member. But if you just, for example, the reason why it bothers you a little bit because you expected that he says, okay, you worked for me, I paid you, now I buy a Healy because you also work for me, but this is what you maybe expected. But if you just that the only thing what you can control is the people you talk to, how much conversations do you have, and if you just focus on that, that's the only thing what you can measure in the business.
Yeah.
So just don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah, I think that in the beginning when I first started in this industry, I was so attached to the outcome of when talking to that person, like the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And it was more of this kind of like desperate energy that I was like reaching out to people with, like, oh, you have to join my business, you have to buy my product. And now it's like, no, like I'm wasting my time trying to convince you so much. Like instead, like there are other people in the world who are hoping and praying for an opportunity like this or to have a Healy. They're looking
Absolutely.
for exactly like Healy. And why am I wasting my time trying to, convince somebody that doesn't see the value in it or care about it as
Mm-hmm.
much as I?
Absolutely. You have to marry the process and divorce the outcome.
I like that. Marry the process and divorce the outcome.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yes, because look, otherwise you're just like it's the same if you go in the gym. You say, I want to have that bigger muscle. And you're like, I still don't look like this. And then you're pissed off. But if you just like focus on the process, eating clean, working out, and you just fall in love with the process. It's same like here. Just fall in love with talking to people, having a conversation, inviting people to see the business.
Yeah. So, going back to what we spoke about in the beginning, if I want to like realistically reach that goal of making 5 to 6K a month inside of my business,
Mhm.
I need to focus on recruiting at least 5 to 6 people. Is that what it is?
Yes, five people is good. 5 people over a year.
Over a year. I thought you said monthly.
No. Yeah, 5 people a month, but not only 1 month. You need it in the next month too, and then the next month too, and the next month too. That's just the routine. What you create is, and how do you get to those people? Is when you talk to 10 people a week.
Okay.
Because if you talk to 10 people a week, you have usually one person who's signing up. Or if you talk to 15 people, then you have 1 to 2 people sign up. And then you enroll 4 to 5 people a month in your business.
maybe I wasn't as good at recruiting when I started like a few months ago, because I was talking to about 10 people. Was it, say, a week or a month? A week, right? 10 people a week.
10 people
And
a week. Yeah.
I like did not close, like I probably closed like one or two of them from like a month, yeah, from a month, no. I closed like two people probably total out of everyone that I talked to.
Mhm.
Um, so also, do you think maybe it's not just a numbers game, it's also about like your skill level?
Yes, but your skills develop over the time when you practice the invitation and when you talk to more people. Because you cannot explain 100 times that nobody signs up. You cannot explain 100 times Healy was a bad explanation, right? Because like you will get better. And the 10th presentation is better than the first one. And the 60th presentation is also better than the 20th presentation what you make.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just about talking to more people and develop. And every time you talk with someone and they say, no, I don't want to do it, you're going to write down why they didn't join. Because
Okay.
then you have a list, and then you create basically a list of all the common objections, what people get.
Okay.
And this
Have
is
an objection list, right?
exactly, and this is how you lead your team in the future as well. Because look, you bring them on board and you say, for example, hey, look, all the things what you will get, all the answers, all the rejections, I got them. I collected all of them in the last 1.5 years just for you. And here is the list. And this is what I say when someone says this to me. And then you help your people to grow faster because you're going to help them to overcome the objection.
Mm-hmm. That's like a shortcut for your team.
That's right, huh? It's
You know?
cool. Mm-hmm.
Like years of like trial and error, just right there in an hour session for you. So I wanted to talk about something that came to my mind is like attraction marketing, because a lot of it is a numbers game, but does that change when you do attraction marketing because the people are coming to you? And how do you do attraction marketing for
That's a great question. In the beginning, it's important to reach out to people like one-to-one to start the conversation, but I would only do it, let's say, 2 months, because afterwards you will receive so many questions if you make nice Instagram stories, for example, where you ask people and where, for example, you can make a poll or you can ask questions. Hey, I look for one person who wants to earn $500 a month. I look for one person who wants to earn $2,500 a month. And I want to look for one person who wants to earn $5,000 a month additional income with a 30-hour week, for example. And then message me 1, 2, 3, what you want. So, and this is attraction marketing because some people will send you a number, for example, two for like $2,000. And they say, look, this is the business that we do. I can help you with that. And then you get people started because of the intention of building a business. And this is attraction marketing, to create a message, to create stories where people interact and they message you. For example, you would make a story, say, hey, my name is Alicia, I'm in the States, I work as I have a full-time job, but I'm not happy with that for the rest of my life. I want to build my own business. I want to travel more. I want to have a unique life experience. And I'm looking for other women who are sick and tired of depending on a husband who wants to travel, who wants to make their own money. And if you want a business like this, and we build the most successful team in the States and everywhere around the world, and you can be part of it, message me the word independent, and I share my business with you. This is, for example, attraction marketing. Even that story, I would tell this story one-to-one, how I mention it right now in that example for you. And if you speak that video, it doesn't take you more than 1 hour, 1 minute and 20 seconds. And then you upload it and you pin it to your profile.
Okay. Okay.
And then you become more tangible. Then all the new people who come on your profile, they see your video, and some people will reach out to you, some people won't. But over a period of time, you keep going and keep sharing the results, the money, the events, the travel. People will message you and say, hey, you're gonna go there on vacation and this and here and here and there. People loved it.
So so that's something I should start with, is create that video of like my story. Why? Okay. And then you said to focus on just reaching out one-to-one right now. Like, what do you mean? So I shouldn't focus on too much attraction marketing strategies?
You should take 10% of your time to create posts that attract people, but only 10% of your time, because it's more effective to reach out to people as well. It's reaching out to people and creating posts.
Okay. 10% of your time. Is that something that you should increase over time, or just always keep it like 10% and like 90%?
I would keep it only like, I never focused so much on that. There was always like 10%. 10% until I hit like $10,000. Even now it's less than 10%.
Okay. So would you say that you do like 10% in your business?
Yeah, for example, the stories that I create, the videos, I have a guy who's cutting the videos. Or for example, sometimes I recorded some videos for my Instagram, and I recorded like 30 videos in one afternoon, and I had like content for a month.
Okay.
And I used basically just like one day to create like content for a month. And yeah, but when you really focus on,
that's awesome though, because it looks like you're investing so much time in your content, but really it's like one afternoon or evening of just like
exactly.
lots, and then having it for a whole month.
Absolutely. And I want to share with you the activity tool. This is really cool, and I want you to try this for the next week. Okay. The thing is that this is right now, it's in German, but by the end of the day, I can send it to you in English. But I just tell you, because these are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is even English. So I just translate you the 6 things what are mentioned here. Okay, and you can write it down. So then you can print it basically, and then you just know. The goal is, with that activity tool, is to track your activities, what you do on a daily basis for your business. Okay. And the thing is, it's almost impossible that your business doesn't grow when you fill out the form. For example, it works like this. What this means here is new contacts on your list. So for example, you're going to go here, you're going to reach out to one person about Healy. You're going to reach out to another one, and you reach out to another one. Okay. Then you reach out to 3 people a day, and then you have 15 points. Okay. Here is you sent a tool, or you gave someone a product sample to try. A tool can be, for example, a video of Healy. A tool can be an article about Healy. A tool can be a testimonial from someone who has an experience with the product. That's point number 2. Point number 3 is a story on social media what is related to your business. And if you make this, you get another 10 points. Okay. So the next part, point number 4, is if you send a company presentation, or if you invited someone on a webinar. For every person you send a video to, if they say, yes, I'm open to check it out, you're going to give yourself another number, okay? For example, only one on this day, then it's, let's say, 5. Okay? A 3-way call with your upline, with your sponsor. Because a 3-way call is more powerful and you don't need to explain the business by yourself, because you take a third person like an expert. Okay? And the last point is follow-ups. For example, if you reached already out to someone and they didn't join, you're going to send them a message, or you're going to send them a testimonial, and you say, hey, look, here is another product, or here's another testimonial of the one guy who uses that product, or who has the same problem what you have right now. Check this out. This is basically a follow-up. And if you do 3 of them on one day, then you can give yourself 15 points. Okay? And then you're going to make a daily sponsor update. I think your sponsor is your mom, right?
Yeah.
And every time you finish a day, you'll tell your mom, what did you do in your business today? Okay? So, and this is pretty cool. And then you see here, this is the daily activity score. For example, if you have, I don't know, let's say 50, then you check here below. Here is amateur. No, here is like if you are bragging, if you are a bragger. I don't know if bragger is a word, but bragging, you know, if you brag about something. Amateur and professional. So let's say you have 50, then you have your here in the middle field was amateur. And the goal is to have 80 to 100 points a day. Okay?
Okay.
80 to 100 points a day. And here's, for example, here you put in for every day the date.
Okay.
Okay. And these are 7 days. And let's do this until our next call, okay?
Okay. Are you able to send me this?
Yes, I'll send it to you. And I'll send it to you in German right now, but later today I'll send it to you in English, because my assistant is already translating it.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Sounds
that
like sounds cool, right?
yeah. I don't, you speak German?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I think when I was watching some of your stories, you sounded like German.
That's
when
I'm from Austria. They speak German there.
okay, I didn't know that. Okay. German is also a difficult language, I feel.
Life is too short to learn German.
Yeah.
No,
But
really, that's crazy.
Polish is also a difficult language.
You're from Poland?
Well, I wasn't born there, but I am like fully Polish. Both my parents are from there.
Ah,
So I
okay.
speak Polish.
When did they move to the States?
Like 30 years ago.
Okay. And why? Do you know that?
Actually, it's a funny story. They just won a green card.
No, really? How cool is that?
Yeah, so they just invited to America. Like that's a rare opportunity. But my grandfather from my dad's side just put them in like this lottery for the green card without them even knowing. And just one day in the mail, they see, oh, we're invited to America. Like, let's go. So
How cool is that? I
yeah,
also
so
applied this year.
for the green card.
Yeah, this is so complicated. Oh my God. It's crazy.
Yeah.
There is the ESTA visa, what you have when you are like in what you can get for like 3 months. Then you have to leave the country. Then I organized a B1, a B2 visa, like a tourist visa, that I can stay 6 months in a row. Then I came back to the border control, and they said because I was here like 3 months before, I can only stay another 3 months, and now I have to leave basically in 1 month, in the 5th of January, or until I find another option. And I still don't know. There's one option. It's called the O1 visa. This is when you are a specialist in something, and when you won an award. And in my network marketing career, I won an award. So the thing what I need right now is basically a network marketing company, and I need someone in the States who says that I'm good at the things what I'm doing, and that they gonna say, for example, that they work with me somehow. And I tried to make it with my previous network marketing company, but the thing is, they had a head office here in Orlando, but they closed the head office. Now they're in Texas because they got sold to another company. So now it's like it's complicated.
In Florida. It needs to be someone in Florida.
No. I just need I would also need basically kind of a contract, but the contract shouldn't say that I'm employed. It's also enough when it's just commission based, for example. And that should be a company here in the States.
You can use one of your coaching clients, right? Like, don't we have a contract? Like, I don't know if I signed something for us to work together, but
no, because I need to work with a company in the States. That's the thing. So basically, a company who says we need Alex because he is good at the things what he does, and we need him for the next 2 or 3 years in the States. Basically, this is, and then they create an expert letter, and even that letter costs like $1,500, and the whole thing is like $3,000 that you can stay here in the States. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that sounds really complicated.
It's really complicated. Well, let's see. Maybe I'll find a solution somehow.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, is Florida where you want to stay long term?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's, for me, it's the best because it's warm and I don't like the cold weather. You know, that's the reason why I'm here, because Austria is also like snow right now, like Poland. But I think, I don't know. Now it's also cold in Chicago, right?
Yes. Yeah, it gets cold here. So it is, I'm used to the winters, but I lived in Miami for some time too, and Miami's great. I think they have the music festival right now, Art
I don't know.
Basel, something like that.
Okay.
Or this weekend. It's gonna be this weekend.
Ah,
I don't know if you know about that, but that's gonna be something really big in your city coming up this
really?
weekend.
Yes. If you have information, just send it to me, then check it out.
Yeah, you should check it out. How long have you lived in Miami?
Since July this year.
Okay, so definitely check it out. It's a big event during this time. I was actually gonna go for this weekend, but it didn't work out. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Send it to me.
sure. So I wanted to ask you one more question about like one of the things on the activity tracker was like three-way call with upline or sponsor, and that's something that I don't have much. I mean, I do have support, but it's kind of a struggle for me because like my upline, so my mom is my sponsor, but then our upline is in Poland and mainly only Polish speaking. So anytime I need to use someone that's like, you know, expert level or has the reputation, it's difficult because I'm English speaking mainly, and I speak to English people mainly, so I need an English speaker. So what would I do in that situation when like all of my upline is like somewhere in Europe? And sometimes I will use my mom because my mom is definitely more of an expert of this, but then I feel like maybe I get the like how do I word it? Like maybe people don't treat me as seriously because like, oh, she's working with her mom, like it's a family business or something like that. Like maybe I don't get the same level of respect. What do you think about all of that?
The thing is, that's just a limitation what you have in your mind, that people think if you work with your mom in the business, then that's not something what they should take serious, because that doesn't mean anything. And nobody says, for example, that you have to say that she's your mom. You can also say, look, there is a business expert and I work with her in the business since many years, and she can answer you to all your questions, and I can introduce you to her.
Okay.
And then I would just do it that way. There's one video in the game plan where I speak basically about a three-way call and how to invite people to a three-way call.
Okay. Really? Okay.
And yeah, I would just work with your mom. Of course, why not?
Yeah, I think I need to utilize her more often as a tool in my business because I'm
Exactly.
like
Because you
very
don't have
just
to Mhm.
yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
Because you
Gonna
don't
say.
need to explain everything on your own. Because you just take a third person and then it's easier.
Yeah, it makes it much easier. And I've been leaning more on my upline in Poland as well. Anytime I
Mhm.
have questions, or I started inviting them on the webinars. So even though they only speak Polish, I'll still translate it on the call what they're saying. And I think people like that because like, oh, that's so cool. She's bilingual, like she's building an
Yes, of
international.
course. And that's international. Exactly. That's international. That's cool. Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, so maybe it is just kind of something, my own limitation in my mind. So yeah, it's something I'll work on. All
Mhm.
right.
How do you like the program so far? How many videos did you see?
Oh, the game plan. I only got through like the beginning of it. I think I got to like the second video maybe. I
Okay.
didn't have much time. I wish I'd like I'm gonna make that a priority to go more through that. But these one-on-one calls have been helping me a lot as well too.
Mhm.
And
Perfect.
I've noticed that when I am focusing, because one of the very first things you coached me on was to focus on the outcome or like the bigger picture. And once I made that switch and started doing that, like definitely had a lot more success. And it's totally different like conversation and energy when talking with the people.
What you mean the outcome for them, what they will accomplish?
Like that too, but I mean like instead of focusing on like just the product, like focus on like the business opportunity and
Mhm.
what's in it for them.
Absolutely.
About the bigger picture.
This is what most people are doing wrong.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
that's helped me a lot. Yeah, so I definitely feel like just even these few coaching calls we've been doing, I've noticed a significant improvement. So thank you.
Awesome. I'm excited. Thank you. Nice to hear that. Yeah, let's work with that activity sheet, with the activity tracker for the next week, and then let's do another call on Wednesday, and try to reach as many points as possible.
All right. Awesome. I will do that. Sounds
All
like a
right.
good game.
That sounds like the game plan. Perfect. That was nice talking to you, and let's talk next week.
Okay, awesome. All right, bye.
Bye.